What is up, everybody? Right now we are out on the water. If you can see, pretty calm lake right now. Supposed to be a storm rolling through, but we got a fun video for you guys. As you can see, we're in a different boat. Today we're gonna do a little boat tour and show you guys the new rig and what we're working with now. I'm gonna rip out to a little farther away from the launch part of the lake, and we're gonna dive into this boat. Stay tuned. All right, we're out here on the lake, like I said, and we're gonna give you guys a rundown of the new boat. The boat is an 18.5-foot bass boat. As you can see, the layout of the boat, we got 3 compartments up front, cockpit here, windshield wiper for the passenger. In the back, we got 3 storage compartments, or 2 storage compartments, 1 on each side, live well, and then the battery boxes in the back. Now, this boat was the perfect size, I feel like, and it came with just about everything that you could want for a first bass boat. And this boat came fully rigged out. The guy that had it previously was a guide in Iowa for stripers, so he's got all the goodies on this boat. We'll give you a quick rundown. We'll start in the way back of the boat by the battery boxes. And back here, as you can see, we got your starter battery right there, and then we got a 24-volt system for the front of the boat with a nice little 60-amp fuse to turn everything off right away. And then if you can see in that back corner, there's an on and off switch which controls all the power to the boat. So, and then there's also a 3-bank charger back here which charges all the batteries, so all you gotta do is back up the boat at the end of the day and plug her in and you're good. Also on the back of the boat, as you can see, it came with a Talon, a 12-foot Talon, as you can see. Now that's a game changer when it comes to staying in one spot when you're out there for a long time, making sure you're not moving, staying on the fish, launching, unlaunching the boat, packing up. Then on the back of the boat here, we got a 150 Johnson, and she rips. I've been out on this boat a handful of times already by myself, and she goes just under 60 when you're full speed cruising it. All right, now in the back of the boat for these storage compartments, this first one, we just got some basic stuff: throwable rope, paper towel, more rope in the bottom, and then there's a first aid kit. Lots of storage. I've thrown clothes in here. There'll probably end up being some rain gear in here and all that kind of stuff. In between that, you got a live well, which currently has water in it, a little bit of water, and big live well, huge live well for tournaments, and it's got this divider here in the middle that you can take out and whatnot. But these live wells work amazing and run super smooth. On this other side, in the back for storage, we got life jackets, oil, chargers, we got a couple extra tackle compartments, and then all of our Crush City soft plastics in this container. Awesome container for your soft plastics. All right, and then in between the 2 seats, we got a little cooler, which I'm just gonna end up using for storage and stuff like that. Every once in a while, I'll probably keep some ice in there. On the passenger side, we got rod holders for a co-angler, and you got little tuck-away storage compartments up in the front. Just keep like everyday stuff in here right now. Fish scale, sunscreen, bug spray, simple stuff. Over here in the cockpit, we got all of our gauges here. All of them work except for the miles per hour, which is fine. This screen here is a 9-inch Garmin, It's got side imaging, down imaging, maps, everything that you need on it. We got your lights, aerators, bilge pumps, keys, power, the second aerator, and then power to this outlet here. On the handle, it's got the up and down for the trim. And then way down there, you got a hot foot, and a fire extinguisher. So far, as you can see, the boat's pretty well laid out. It was professionally rigged and set up amazing. Over here, I'll end up showing you guys later, but this red button, it's got, if you can see back there, the light strips. Up there, there's light strips, and it lights up the whole boat, and you can fish super early, super late. Tonight, we're gonna end up staying out pretty late, so I'll show you guys that. And then also, up here in the front, we got a little clip for the talon to go up and down. And yeah, that is the cockpit. That's most of the boat. Now the more exciting part is the front. Got some more stuff up there. And when you walk up to the front, you got a nice little step. We got some storage here for tools, scissors, fish grabber, the fun stuff. We'll start with this compartment. Actually, no. Let's start all the way up at the top. We got our live scope here on a 10-inch Garmin. And like I said, the guy that had it before was a guide. So all the settings are already put in for me. I might end up playing around with them a little bit, but probably not much. And then down here below that, we got a 7-inch Garmin and just running maps, some down imaging to see where we're at on the lake. Foot pedal recessed, which is awesome. On my old boat, I just had a normal foot pedal, just like laying out on the boat, not recessed. This is so much more comfortable. It saves your back, so much easier to fish out of. And then in the front, we got a Minn Kota Ultrex, 80-pound thrust. Awesome trolling motor. I had it on the last boat. It's got spot lock and all the other goodies that come with that. Then also up here, we got your trim up, down, your navigation lights, and then your talon up here to go up and down. All right, in this compartment, I don't have a whole lot in here. We got the paddle, all the Garmin screens. We got extra line and hooks. Back here, we got a battery, and this is specifically only for the live scope. So if you can see right here, we got a switch that's on and off to turn on that 10-inch Garmin and the live scope up front. And then over here, we just got the black box, a fuse box, and everything like that. So this boat, it's got everything. This front compartment here, I've kind of left it empty. Want to keep it kind of clean, easy to get in and out of there to turn on the live scope and all that fun stuff. But probably end up throwing some more stuff in there at some point. Then on the other side, we got all of our rods. I think we got about 12 in here right now. They all got rod sleeves, that way they lay nicer. Had all that before, which is nice. We got the lights posted up right here, locked in. And yeah, nothing too fancy, just, you know, a basic rod locker. I was a little worried when I was looking at boats. A lot of people were saying they could only fit like a 7'2" rod in a lot of these rod lockers, and fishing for bass, sometimes you need bigger rods, whether you're throwing a swim bait, heavy setups, throwing big spooks, glide baits, stuff like that. So, and I can fit my 7'6" rod in there, no problem. So awesome on that. And then here in the center, we got all of our tackle all laid out. My boxes are not labeled, but from fishing and grabbing out of bags so much out of the old boat, I know the order, I can see everything. I got small crankbaits, lipless crankbaits in here, deep divers, jerk baits, all my top water, all my spooks, all my bait finesse stuff, and then jigs, chatterbaits, terminal tackle, Ned rigs, tubes, all that good stuff. And then I keep all my soft plastics just in normal bags, normal gallon-sized Ziploc bags, all labeled with what's in them and whatnot. Got all the spinner baits up here. Tons and tons and tons of storage, as you can see. You can fit so much stuff in here, it's insane. And then there's even more tucked back in here. You can get pretty deep in there, so tons and tons of storage on this boat. And that's awesome because it's all in one spot. Everything's neatly put in there. All the bags are labeled. A lot of the boxes are nicely in there. And it's awesome. Everything's super organized, well laid out. All the electronics are dialed in. And this boat is rigged pretty much, I'd say, pretty close to perfection. For a 1999 bass boat, I feel like it's kind of hard to top what this one's got laid out. And you really don't need a whole lot more than what's on here. So yeah, that's the boat. We'll fly around on the lake a little bit for you guys and throw in some fish clips, and see you guys in the next one. If you guys got any questions about the boat or anything else, let me know down in the comment section. I love answering your guys' questions and whatnot. And yeah, stay tuned for the next one, as this Saturday I'll be fishing my first tournament of the year. Kind of late in the season, but we're getting into it and we're gonna fish hard. So stay tuned for that next week, and subscribe, comment, like, share the video. And I appreciate you guys for watching, staying tuned in. Peace. Alright guys, this is fish number 2, and if it's a bass, I feel like it's a pretty decent one. It's feeling pretty heavy. It's just staying straight down in the bottom. Oh. Just a little pike. Alright, well, in that last area I was at, the weeds came up pretty high, and we're just throwing a chatterbait right over the top of the weeds. And we got a handful of bites, caught a pike, we caught a bass. And I think that that is a half decent spot that we can come back to later in like a tournament situation for this weekend and get a couple bites off of that point. It's just a shallow, flat, super weedy area, just throwing a chatterbait right over the top of everything. But there's a rock pile over here I want to try fishing, and then we're probably gonna go find a couple more different spots. Yeah. All right, bass number 2, got that one just shallow spot, throwing top water at night. I love this bait. All right, we just got another one on this top water. This one ate it pretty much right at the boat. So I don't know if you guys can see out there, but we got all these hazard buoys spread throughout, and it's super shallow. I'm just running this plopper bait right above it. You got 2 on it, pretty much back to back. So we'll see if we can get another one. Well guys, I was about to call it a day, and it's about 8:30 right now. Just caught this nice, probably 2.5, almost 3 pound bass. Nice fish. We're getting back in the water. Alright guys, we just caught, we're hooked up with another one. We are hooked up with another freaking bass, dude. Back, almost back to back casts again. But another decent little fish. I know it's kind of hard to see for you guys, probably with the light and whatnot because it's so dark out, but we just caught 2 right there. Just throwing this chatterbait. It's like a green pumpkin color. It's got some red in it. We got a crawl, kicker crawl by Netbait, a mini kicker on the back. Lots of action on this bait. By far one of my favorite baits to throw almost year round. Alright, so I'll show you guys what we're kind of doing right here. As you can see right here, huge drop off as to the weeds and everything. Up here it's about 5 feet, down here it's about 10, and the weeds come up to about 5 feet here, and then they go up another 3 feet. And down here, I know you guys probably can't see it, but it's really deep over here. See if we can open it up, make it bigger for you guys. Maybe. Alright, so over here is this green section, and you can see it's a big drop off. And the farther left it is, the deeper it is, and it just drops off faster. So right now we're just running that weed line. And this is what I've been doing, casting in this area over the top with chatterbaits today, top water, and that's what they've really been hitting on. And just following that weed line down, which is right at about this 10-foot mark and right over here. And you don't need live scope for this at all. You can see it all on your 2D sonar that I got right here. But yeah, that's how we've been catching them today, and it's been a lot of fun. It's 8:45, and I'm gonna head back to the launch because it's supposed to rain at about 10 o'clock. So, but I'll give you guys one last look at the new boat with all the lights on. Yeah, thanks for watching, guys. I mean, stay tuned for that next time.